Good evening and welcome to the 2021 Distinguished Alumni and Emerging Leader Awards ceremony. My name is Bill Scottoline, class of 1974, and president of the Westchester University Alumni Association. It is a pleasure to share this evening with so many alumni and friends of Westchester University. I would like to take a moment to recognize some of our special guests this evening, which include President Christopher Fiorentino and Dr. John Villela. We are honored also to have with us tonight past recipients of the Distinguished Alumni and Emerging Leader Awards, who we continue to celebrate each and every year. It is worth noting we celebrate these awards during Alumni Weekend. Alumni Weekend is a valued tradition which encourages us to remain engaged with the alumni and friends of WCU. Even in a pandemic, we dedicate time to connect with those who spent long hours in and around the study halls of Westchester's campus. I hope you join me in sharing the belief that being a WCU alumnus is one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. Before I introduce our first honored guest, I would like to recognize and thank the Westchester University Alumni Association Board of Directors. Their continued work in leading the Alumni Association and dedication to the university has made this event possible. This year's award recipients, much like those who came before them, are an elite group of Golden Rams that have reached a level of success we all strive for every day. Thank you to all of our honorees and family members, friends and alumni who are watching today. It is now my great pleasure to introduce and welcome Westchester University President, Dr. Christopher Fiorentino.
Good evening. I'm delighted to participate in this virtual celebration to recognize 9 very special alumni. Since 1963, the Westchester University Alumni Association has presented the Distinguished Alumni Award to outstanding graduates who have provided a great service to society, received outstanding acknowledgement in their profession, and positively affected a large number of people. Tonight, we are honoring both our 2020 and 2021 Distinguished Alumni Award winners. Last April, we were all still learning how to use Zoom and didn't know how to pull off a virtual ceremony. Today, we're all pros at it. While I can't wait to see you all in person again soon, I must say that I'm very proud of how our RAM community has met the challenges of the past year. Our faculty and staff pivoted quickly to ensure that remote instruction continues to deliver a quality Westchester University education to all of our 17,700 plus students. Every business and organization, every family and individual has been impacted by this pandemic. I'm sure it hasn't been an easy time for you either, but you have remained steadfast in your dedication to Westchester University. You've stepped up time and time again, offering your unwavering support to our students and to our university. We are honored and grateful to call you our alumni. Thank you for all that you have done to help to make Westchester University one of the finest public comprehensive universities in the nation. Today, the future is looking brighter. We're looking forward to welcoming our students, faculty, and staff back in August when the university reopens its physical campuses for fall semester. We also will be opening the doors to our brand new Sciences and Engineering Center and the Commons this fall. In this 176,000 square foot facility, students studying nursing, sports medicine, biomedical engineering, and other disciplines will gain field experience in innovative practicum areas. It's going to be a game changer for these students and for generations of students to come. Another point of pride I'd like to mention is that Westchester University's commitment to diversity and inclusion has received national recognition. Recently, the university has been awarded the Higher Education Excellence in Diversity, or HEED Award, from Insight into Diversity magazine in recognition of an outstanding commitment to diversity and inclusion across campus. I could talk all night about the great things going on at Westchester, but now it's time to shine a well-deserved spotlight on 9 special alumni. 4 are recipients of the 2020 Distinguished Alumni Award, and 4 are 2021 recipients. Additionally, we are recognizing an involved young alumna with the 2020 Emerging Leader Award. The 2020 recipients are Eileen Glenn, class of '69, Christopher Kasker, class of '97, James Wells, class of '54, and Richard Wells, class of '58. Our 2021 award winners are Laura Casper, class of '86, Ed Rush, class of '64, Zane Moore, class of '92, and Joe Walsh, class of '72. Finally, our 2020 Emerging Leader is Montana Leaks, class of 2017, Masters 2020. In just a few minutes, you will learn about these outstanding individuals and the positive impacts they have made in a number of different realms, from music education to Veterans Affairs. Thank you all for your many contributions to West Chester University and to the greater community.
Thank you, President Fiorentino. It is now my pleasure to introduce two-time WCU alumnus and Vice President for University Affairs and Chief of Staff, Dr. John Villela.
2021 marks the university's sesquicentennial celebration. The West Chester University Alumni Association has been working to ensure that alumni of the Normal School, Teachers College, State College, and now university continue their relationship with each other and their alma mater. And as the needs of the alumni and the university have changed, so has the association grown. We hope you will join us at some of the many celebrations we have planned over the next year. As we continue to navigate the pandemic, some events may be virtual. However, we are expecting to move to in-person events, and I can't wait to see you all in person again. It is a pleasure to take part in this ceremony honoring both our 2020 and 2021 Distinguished Alumni and Emerging Leader Award winners. The WCU mission statement, West Chester University is a community of educators that develops graduates to succeed personally and professionally and contribute to the common good. These awardees certainly encapsulate that mission. This is one of my favorite programs. Let's meet some of WCU's most accomplished alumni.
Thank you, John, and good evening to those joining us tonight. My name is Lauren Wandling, and I serve as the Secretary of the West Chester University Alumni Association and Chair of the Awards Committee. On behalf of the WCU Alumni Association, it is an honor to share this night of celebration with you. In just a few minutes, we will introduce you to some of WCU's most accomplished alumni. With great excitement, we celebrate the 2020 and 2021 Distinguished Alumni Award recipients and 2020 Emerging Leader Award recipient. As we introduce you to our recipients, I invite you to visit our website, wcualumni.org, to view additional information for each award recipient. Simply put, if we were to share every accomplishment by this group of amazing alumni, we would still be sitting here as you prepared your breakfast tomorrow morning. Now, with no further delay, it is my honor to introduce you to our first award recipient of the evening. The Emerging Leader Award recognizes a graduating student who has made an impact on the university, the community, or a student organization by demonstrating outstanding leadership through dedication to community service, promotion of diversity, responsible citizenship, and academic excellence. Recipients are actively engaged in at least one recognized student group, organization, or campus-wide committee, and they have clearly demonstrated creativity, initiative, and a genuine interest in continuing their involvement in outstanding leadership and service to the university community after graduating. Please join me in welcoming our 2020 Emerging Leader Award recipient, Montana Leaks.
Hello, as you probably just heard, my name is Montana Leaks, and I am so honored to be recognized in receiving this award. I genuinely had no idea that I was even nominated at the time, but when I was told, I think it was like February of 2020, I was taken aback and just so honored and so grateful. I have genuinely spent the better part of the last 7 to 8 years here at Westchester, obviously getting my undergraduate degree, and now I have received my master's. Um, but I love this place. And so to be recognized in this way is just exciting. And I am so excited to continue to serve through the Alumni Association. And I'm just grateful to be here. And I'm glad that we were able to do this. So congratulations to everybody else. Thank you to everyone that put this together. This was fantastic. And thank you so much for the award.
Thank you, Montana, and congratulations. The Westchester University Distinguished Alumni Award is presented by the WCU Alumni Association Board of Directors and is the highest honor bestowed upon alumni. Today, I am proud to introduce our 2020 and 2021 Distinguished Alumni Award recipients. Our first recipient is Mrs. Eileen Glenn, classes of 1969 and 1999. Eileen is the retired athletic director for the Academy of the New Church in Brinathan, Pennsylvania, and a current member of the school's Board of Trustees and Finance Committee. Previously, she taught elementary physical education in Massachusetts. As an undergrad student athlete at Westchester University, Eileen competed in field hockey, basketball, and track, participated in student government, and served as an RA. She graduated in 1969 with a Bachelor of Science degree in health education, and again in 1999 with a master's degree in sports and athletic administration. Among her many accomplishments, helping others is what provides Eileen the most satisfaction in her life. Her support of veterans is of special notoriety, specifically during their re-entry into society. Eileen's husband, Terry, served in the U.S. Army Reserves prior to his passing in 2007. Eileen's legacy at the university includes generous support for the Greg and Sandra Weinstein Veterans Center and the establishment of the Eileen Glenn Veterans Support Fund, which provides employment of a licensed professional counselor dedicated to support student veterans. She's an honorary graduate of the College of William & Mary, where she supports student veterans and has established a scholarship named in memory of her late husband. Congratulations on all you have accomplished to date, Eileen. Our next recipient is a member of the class of 1997, Mr. Christopher Kasker. Chris is the Chief Operating Officer of HEPCO Incorporated, an engineering staffing firm located in the greater New York City area. Chris is a combat veteran and a retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel. Since September of last year, after winning his first election attempt for local office, he has been serving as a trustee for the Village of Tuxedo Park, New York. In February of this year, Chris joined the advisory board for the Seton Hall University Stillman School of Business Leadership Certificate Program.
Thank you for that warm introduction. I'd like to start off by thanking the Westchester University Foundation and the Westchester University Alumni Association's Awards Committee and the Board of Directors for this prestigious recognition. Additionally, I'd like to congratulate my fellow alumni who are being recognized here tonight. It is unfortunate that we aren't able to meet face-to-face at an in-person ceremony. It would have been a pleasure to meet you all. However, we're having the next best thing with this virtual ceremony. And I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to Jenna Birch of the Alumni Association for making all of this happen. I know it's a lot of work. I was a criminal justice major when I was at Westchester. And what I learned with that major went to work immediately after graduation when I became an active duty military police officer in the U.S. Army. I did police work in Germany, in Kosovo, in Bosnia, in Iraq, and in Texas. Whether it was the police station or jail I was running in Kosovo, with the local police I trained in Iraq, with the training and oversight I had with military police on an Army base in Texas, I can say with certainty that the education I received at Westchester University provided a positive impact on the communities where I served. Although I changed career fields while I was in the Army and moved on to something new when I retired outside of law enforcement, what I learned over 20 years ago was at the forefront of my mind just 2 years ago. I was part of the police chief search committee for the local police department, and in doing that, I realized how much I remembered from my criminal justice studies, specifically while I was interviewing police chief candidates. I was focusing on what I learned in classes on community policing and realized I was speaking the same language as the chief candidates. Despite having a military background that is a little bit different than the local police, what I learned in Westchester was my fallback position. After that committee, I recognized how much I enjoyed being involved in the local community. So I ran for an open seat on the board and won. Very much enjoying the challenges and triumphs as a board member for my community. And I learned something new every day. And it's amazing to me how often I can reflect back on something I've learned at Westchester. And I'm certainly looking forward to getting back to campus very soon. So thank you all so much for this amazing recognition and your time tonight. Thank you.
Congratulations, Chris. Our next recipient is Dr. James Wells, class of 1954. Jim majored in music education as an undergraduate at Westchester University. He returned to WCU, becoming a full professor, directing the marching band and teaching in music education and music history departments. He created the Marching Band and Band Front Conference in 1970. In addition, he and his brother Richard started Festivals of Music, a school band clinic/conference in 1982. In 1983, the two started World Travel Incorporated to facilitate travel to their national and international music festivals. World Travel Inc. evolved into specializing in corporate travel and is the fourth largest independent travel company in the U.S.
All right, good morning. Thank you to the Westchester University community for the deeply appreciated honor and for the opportunity to speak to you all today. Looking back, it's difficult to explain all the ways in which Westchester shaped my life. The university became almost a second home for me more than 70 years ago when I arrived on campus, followed by my lovely wife, Joanne. The highlight of my career was returning to the university as a professor, where I taught and directed bands and was a director of the famed University Marching Band for almost 30 years. I founded the Westchester Marching Band Conference and Clinic, which brought over 1,000 students to the campus every summer. My brother Richard and I founded Festival of Music and Music in the Parks to help young musicians reach their goals in a fun, engaging way. It was designed to encourage proficiency in music, but also to develop social skills, listening to other organizations, encouraging other organizations to do well, and that kind of activity was very important to these companies. I was able to build a life as an educator because of the community and support surrounded me at Westchester. The resources I found here allowed my passion for music to bloom into a career and ensured that I was able to share the passion with a group of extremely talented students. So many of those students have become well-known educators and performers at schools, universities, and organizations across the country. And it's most gratifying to see our alma mater recognized as one of the leading schools of music in the nation. I met the career and personal goals that I set at Westchester decades ago, thanks to the support of this incredible university. But the true value of my career and work hasn't come from accomplishing these goals. Few musicians perform just to say they completed the piece. It's the joy of the experience itself that really matters. I found the joy in the relationships I developed with the students, colleagues, and classmates that I met at Westchester and continue to meet. Your decision to grant me this honor reminds me of how lucky I am to be a part of this unparalleled community of educators and scholars. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jim. Our next recipient is Mr. Richard Wells, class of 1958. Richard majored in music education as an undergraduate at Westchester University. He taught for 29 years at Kutztown University as an associate professor in the Department of Music and as director of bands. In 1971, he created the jazz program as an accredited course at Kutztown University. Mr. Wells completed successful tenures at Kutztown area and Owen J. Roberts school systems. He partnered with his brother in the Festivals of Music and the World Travel Incorporated Enterprises.
My name is Richard G. Wells. I'm a 1958 alumnus of Westchester University. After graduating from high school, I chose Westchester University. I was wavering between a degree in music education or a degree in physical education. Having a brother, James, who graduated with a degree in music from Westchester U, and having had the pleasure of organizing a high school jazz band, had led me to making my decision of becoming a music major at Westchester University. Westchester University prepared me very well for my future. I had knowledgeable professors in the subjects that I would have to qualify for this music education degree. Also, the curriculum consisted of music courses and performing organizations. Combining the two made me a more effective prospect and also to develop a successful career in music education. Being a student in the Golden Rams Marching Band for 4 years is a great experience that I will never forget. Playing the Rams fight song is an emotional feeling that will live forever in your soul. Also, I had the opportunity of meeting students through activities that were in sports and clubs and other important areas to develop my social skills in our society. After graduation in 1968, I became a music educator for 40 years, experiencing different levels of music from elementary to secondary and last, the college level. From my preparation at Westchester University, I developed a successful career, getting involved in many other areas with a goal of helping many people to make a better society. As a Westchester University alumnus, I support the place that I look back to and say, yes, you prepared me well with excellence. I also urge the alumni to never forget Westchester University and to support the university that have especially made you a career in music, and also with honor to honor the Wells School of Music. Keep Westchester University alive and pride of the purple and gold. It will continue to be a leader in all areas of education for life.
Congratulations, Richard. Our next recipient is Mrs. Laura Casper, class of 1986. Laura is president and CEO of Monarch Staffing. She is a former Brava Award winner recognized by the Philadelphia Business Journal for outstanding excellence in business. In 2013, Laura received the Spirit of Excellence Award from the Friends of the Delaware County Women's Commission, recognizing women entrepreneurs for their leadership and community service. Prior to that, she received the Distinguished Alumni Award for Delaware County Community College and had the privilege of giving the keynote at the DCCC commencement that same year.
Thank you, Westchester University and the Distinguished Alumni Committee. I am humbled and honored to receive this award. Westchester has always had a special place in my heart, and it means a lot to be honored by a university that has given me such a foundation and enabled me to accomplish so many great things in my life. Transferring to Westchester University from Delaware County Community College was seamless. I was able to pursue a marketing and management major and offered an internship that gave me exposure and experience to help me launch my career. I even found my first big girl job at the university's Career Center. As the president of Monarch Staffing, a local staffing training and HR consulting firm, Westchester has given me the opportunity to grow as a leader through their women's leadership programs and Center for Entrepreneurship. We are celebrating our 20th anniversary at Monarch, and it gives me great pleasure to lead teams of incredible employees and help local employers and job seekers make a match. Caring and investing in the teams around me and helping job seekers with resumes, advice, and honing their interviewing skills and making a good match has always been what I enjoy doing. And now during this COVID pandemic, it's needed more than ever before. Helping transition back into the workforce is the very core of what we do. And giving people hope today for a better tomorrow is one of my mantras. Helping others shine has always been a part of who I am. And now much of my volunteer time is spent helping my daughter, Julia, launch her nonprofit Girls Spark, whose mission is to provide teen girls with a supportive, empowering environment to help them better navigate today's social issues they face and make better life choices. As a continual life learner of leadership, I am thankful and proud to be honored by the university for this prestigious Distinguished Alumni Award. And if I can ever help any of you, please reach out to me on LinkedIn at Laura Casper with a K, and I'd love to make a connection with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura, and congratulations on celebrating 20 years in business. Our next recipient is Mr. Zane Moore, class of 1992. Zane is President and Chief Executive Officer of YMCA of Bucks County. Under his leadership, the separate YMCAs from Lower Central and Upper Bucks County in Pennsylvania were merged, forming one countywide Y. This new association, comprised of 5 membership branches, 6 youth education centers, and 1 outdoor camp facility, served over 60,500 community members and provides more than $5 million in charitable community benefit annually.
Thank you so much to the Westchester University Alumni Association for this great honor. I'm incredibly grateful to be part of this long-standing tradition. I love my work at the YMCA. I'm even more proud of it for this past year, how we were able to step up and serve during the pandemic. But it was an incredible surprise to be recognized by my alma mater for that, something that I really never expected, but it made my day to be recognized by Westchester University. I'm a proud Golden Ram. I love hiring Golden Rams. I find that the work ethic coming out of Westchester University students is absolutely incredible. Westchester's been a great tradition in my family. My wife and I met there. We are married today. She is a fellow 1992 graduate of Westchester who is a clinical research nurse at St. Christopher's Hospital. She's really the true hero and inspires me every day. My daughter is a 2022 in the class of 2022 for Westchester University. She's on the volleyball team and also is on the Student Athlete Advisory Commission. And my son, who's a senior at Council Rock North High School, was recently accepted to Westchester as part of his college search. So a great tradition for us and such a great honor to be recognized for the work that just comes naturally. So thank you so much, Westchester, and Rams up.
Congratulations, Zane. Our next recipient is Ed Rush, class of 1964. Ed is the former director of NBA officials and is currently founder and president of Court Club/Success System for basketball officials. He joined the NBA as a referee in 1966, at age 24, becoming the youngest referee in NBA history. Ed went on to referee 5 NBA All-Star games, 33 finals games, over 300 playoff games, and over 2,000 regular season games. In addition to his basketball career, Ed was assistant football coach at Bloomsburg University for 14 years.
Hello, Westchester. I graduated from Westchester University in 1964. And a short period later, in the fall of 1966, I was on the court as a referee in the National Basketball Association with people like Will Chamberlain and Bill Russell and Bob Cousy, of all folks that are Hall of Famers. So people say, well, how'd that happen? How did that really happen? So let me just share with you some words about encouragement, because that's how that really happened. Because when I look back on my journey in Westchester, I think about the folks that I interacted with, both my peers and professors and coaches. And there was a common thread with those peers. They were all encouragers. And we did that for each other. So obviously there's a long success line of people that benefited from this attitude. You could almost call it Westchester Encouragement University. And what it came down to is that when people like John Furlow, who was my first coach, who stayed in touch, and we knew when you were around him that he believed in you. People like Mel Lorbeck, the great soccer coach. People like Lloyd Black and Bob Minton and Dr. Russell Sturzbecker and Ed Cottrell and Lloyd Wilkinson. All of those men had a common thread, and the common thread was that they were exceptional encouragers. I was also blessed that I had some great friends that kind of shared the same thread. Friends like Glenn Roy Brown, friends like Dick Mazza, Joe Ernst, and the late Joe Feynman, kind of with the same theme. And I also want to mention two other people who are iconic figures at Westchester University, who would deserve any award that the university had to give. That would be the great Dick Delaney, who coached the basketball team for so many years, who built a legacy like none other. The impact he had on the campus, and the impact he had in the basketball community, and certainly with his players and the student athletes. And also the great Danny Hale, who coached at Westchester University, the Golden Rams, and then went on to have a very successful career at Bloomsburg University. And Danny Hale is a nominee to be in the College Football Hall of Fame and should be there in the near future. I'm blessed to know that those two guys are two of my best friends. But what pulls us together? What's the glue? Well, it's certainly our alma mater, Westchester, but it's also what came there and the whole spirit of what happened. And, when I went through my career and I worked over 2,000 games, I worked 32 finals games, and I don't say this to be braggadocious, so to speak, but I say this because it never would have happened unless I had this foundation that I got from those 4 years and for the men that were around me during that time. So, I look at this and I'm honored that I was chosen for this award. And I want to thank Jenna Birch from the Alumni Association for reaching out to me. And I want to thank Anthony Giacometti, who does a great job in the athletic development area. And I know that, thank you, Anthony, because I know you were the one who nominated me for this award. So I'm honored, I'm humbled, and I just want to have us kind of digest the idea that because we're Westchester Golden Rams, we can all be encouragers.
Congratulations, Ed. Our final recipient of this year's Distinguished Alumni Awards is Joseph Walsh, class of 1972. Joe was a high school coach and in 2014 was inducted into the Pennsylvania Football Coaches Hall of Fame. When inducted, he was one of only 250 inductees. He served as the head football coach of Henderson High School for over 20 years, racking up a career record of 148 to 117 and 3 Chestmont championships and 3-time Chestmont Coach of the Year. Joe was inducted into the Chestmont League Hall of Fame in 2018. Prior to his time as the Henderson head coach, he served as the head coach at Sun Valley High School. For the past 7 years, Joe served as defensive line coach of the WCU Ram football team, and in 2018, they won the PSAC championship. He has been an active member of the Killinger Foundation, serving as president for 4 years and currently serves on the board of directors. Joe was inducted into the Killinger Hall of Fame in 2002.
Good evening. Thanks to the Alumni Association for this prestigious and very humbling award. Special thanks goes to my good friend Joe Kinley, who I know had a lot to do with this. Thanks to my wife and family. My wife Pam is a 71 graduate of Westchester University and is presently professor in the kinesiology department. Thanks to the Killinger Board, Anthony Giacometti, and the WCU Foundation. When I was 18, I came to Westchester and have been a Golden Ram ever since. The teachers, coaches helped prepare me for my career and continue to inspire. It has been my honor to work with the Killinger Foundation to help fund the football student athletes, and a dream come true thanks to Bill Swan, Mike Furlong, and the Westchester University coaching staff so that I could coach the last 7 years at my alma mater. I accept this honor in memory of my good friend and classmate and teammate, Marty Pavlik. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe, and congratulations to this evening's award recipients. With your accomplishments, our university and the world is a better place to learn, live, and grow. As we look toward the future, we hope you remain engaged with the university as we prepare to celebrate the sesquicentennial of Westchester University. On behalf of the Westchester University Alumni Association Board of Directors, we thank each of you who joined us this evening to recognize our distinguished alumni and Emerging Leader Award recipients. We wish you a good evening, and Rams up.